Hey guys, so mixing it up a little bit with these time lapses and putting my face on the screen, yay. So I'm gonna update you a little bit about life and update you about specifically this drawing. I'm gonna start with the drawing first. So this was my assignment for the past month for my illustration mentorship. If you want to learn more about that, you can watch my previous time lapse and I go more into detail. But basically my assignment this month was to pretend I was hired to re-illustrate a children's classic. So I decided to do The Velveteen Rabbit. If you don't know the story, basically a kid is gifted a velvet rabbit for Christmas, and all that rabbit wants is to be loved and be considered real by the boy, and eventually that does happen. But the kid gets sick, and the doctor, with scarlet fever, and the doctor says that all of his belongings need to be burned in case there's any contamination. So obviously that also means the rabbit, and it's quite sad. Uh, yes, all of the toys are waiting to get burned alive. Uh, the rabbit starts crying because life sucks, and his tear makes a flower grow that a beautiful, pearly, iridescent fairy comes out of, who saves him and turns him into a real rabbit that lives in the forest with other rabbits, and he lives happily ever after. I really love that story. So, anyway, the main scene, obviously, I wanted to illustrate was the fairy, as you can see, and I really wanted to capture that pearly iridescence in my style because my style is more simplified. So, doing that texture, how I interpreted it, I thought would be really cool. As far as the color palette, I was trying my hardest to keep it dark and almost black for a lot of it, give it almost a creepy vibe. My inspiration was, I think her name is Julia Scarpa. If you look at her illustrations, they're really dark and flat and kind of folklory. Um, Unfortunately, I struggled so much with this piece that I inadvertently ended up going to my comfort zone, which is like muted greens, yellows, some pinks, and I still like it, but it's annoying that that happens kind of subconsciously. Anyway, this is the point right before I showed my mentor. The thing I was struggling most with was the composition. As you can see, the fairy's like smack dab in the middle, and then I've got some framing elements that I'm pointing out with my cursor, but basically this is a straight line diagonally, another diagonal, and then the straight line of this house. And I just felt like that weird framing that was pretty symmetrical was just not working. Anyway, so basically, once you see the fairy blown up in the corner, that's the feedback that my mentor gave. And from that point on, I'm just like doing revisions and finishing touches. Anyway, I am happy with how this piece turned out, but it did take me 30 hours. And again, if you watched my last house video, you know I got a new job, and that's been really stressful, just like adjusting after I was at my previous job for 3 years. So, and I was remote. So now I'm going into office part of the week, meeting new people, working on a new client. And actually, I'll just update you a little bit about my personal life. So I work for Samsung now. Um, I'm a 3D artist, so that means animation, modeling, stuff like that for mainly social media, but lately at this job it's been more like extended videos. Anyway, so I've had to learn Blender at this new job. I am a Cinema 4D artist up previously. I'm trying to get them to use Cinema 4D as well as Blender, but that's just been really stressful and sucking a lot of my creativity because okay, that was my cat, sucking my creativity to illustrate at night. So it's been a struggle, honestly, to draw, but I'm glad I got this done. I was quite tired and burnt out with it. So I do like it, but I don't know if you guys also deal with this when you work on a piece a long time and it was a struggle the entire time. Like I tend not to like it anymore. Um, Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but basically, uh, I'm finally like adjusted to my job and feeling like I can give more of my energy to drawing when I get home and on the weekends and stuff like that. So, anyway, this piece is like probably 90% done here. Some of the feedback that my mentor gave me was to add more gravity to the body language of the rabbit, so more like he's drooping because he's a stuffed animal. Uh, add some highlights and shadows to the toys and the leaves, like add some moonlight reflecting off of some of them, make some of them imperfect, like a bug had chewed off some of them. As far as the window on the back, before they were like a navy blue, make them lighter so it pushes them back into space and doesn't draw so much attention. Um, and I think that's mostly it. So, oh, and the flower, which honestly I was worried about drawing like the most magical flower ever because that's how it's described in the book. But I forgot what species this is, but I really like it and it's a flower I have not drawn before. So, yay for using reference. I'm sorry if Luna's purring is messing up the audio. Uh anyway, I let me know if you guys enjoyed this new format. Um Super happy not to be on video for the next one if you guys prefer that. And I know I'm not as active on YouTube right now just because of my job, but if you are interested in interacting with me more or seeing what I'm working on more frequently, you should go to Instagram. I'm much more active on that with stories and stuff like that. And as always, if there's anything you want to see, just leave it in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Bye. Luna, say bye.